and like it was just up from there.
Yeah,
and I didn't
so
look
let's go.
back. And I had a good spring, game, and like the transitioning from the spring to the season.
Gotcha.
I was going to work each and every day. I'm in the
So at
sand.
this point, you grinding hard in the classroom, weight room,
Yes,
field, and then you end up getting how many offers after your first year at Pearl River?
After me redshirting, I came to Pearl River. I played one season, and at the end of everything, probably like close to 40 Division I offers.
So you went from no offers and one JUCO, played 1 year at a junior college, and now over 40 offers.
40.
So now you're trying to pick Troy and all these other schools, and you select West Virginia.
Yes, sir.
What lesson could you give somebody? Because at some point, I'm sure you felt like you had no hope and you wanted to quit. You wanted to throw in the towel. What would you say you learned from that? Because now you still got to go and put in the work.
Yes, sir.
You still got to go and show up at West Virginia. You still got to compete. What would you say you learned out of all of that? So remember we used to do that song?
Calm down. Think before you act. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Separate emotions from your act. Even though you were a kid when we were doing that song, sometimes those lyrics, I hear students say, man, Mr. Key, I got so tired of singing that song, man, but man, I got in a situation. I realized what those words meant. When you hear calm down, think before you act, treat others, what do you think about? Hey, welcome to another episode of Hope Is Not Enough. Today, we have a standout athlete watching him do some amazing things. We got Kedrick Triplett. Welcome to the Hope Is Not Enough.
Yes, sir.
Now, a lot of people see you today and they think, oh man, this guy's always had it together. This guy's always been phenomenal on the field, in the classroom. They see you now, one of the top recruits in the nation, number 14 JUCO player in the nation, am I right? Number 4 receiver, number 8 receiver JUCO, until you became number 14 overall. ESPN, 247.com. A lot of people looking at you now and they're like, man, I want to be like that, but they have no clue about your journey. They have no clue what you went through to get to where you are. Tell us a little bit about just growing up in a small town called Florence, Alabama.
I'm from Florence, Alabama. I played sports my whole life, but I do have a mother. I do got a father. I got a couple siblings. I got a couple step siblings. But in the household with me, I have a little brother. He's 18.
Okay.
Finna graduate this year. I got a little sister. Her name is Kendi. And she is 11. And so we all play sports. And my dad played football here at UNA. And my dad always told me like, hey, like I had a dream of going to that next level. I messed up my chances. So me having you, like, I want you to be better.
I want you to be better, man, that's good.
And so ever since then, I've been working.
So you not to go too deep, but you also do music, man.
Yes, sir.
You wrote a song about your mom. Can you just share a little bit about that?
Everyone mother is a superhero. And I love my mother. Women in general are like, amazing people, and they go through things that I feel like that's way harder than men. Like,
Gotcha.
Women get treated differently, like get taken advantage of and all over. And like seeing my mom go to work every day.
Gotcha.
And she come home crying. Dang, hold on. Dang, I'm finna tear up a little bit. But I see like my mom like come home like crying because she had like a bad day at work or something.
Gotcha.
And I just tell her, like, Mom, everything is going to be fine. And so I not only play sports and I not only like just try to like help and like speak, but like I do make like a little bit of music, and I did make a song about her just because like she is a strong individual. So
Gotcha. And you're not just doing what you do for you.
I'm not. I don't play football for me. I love football. I love everything about it. But I tell all my friends all the time, I say, man, one day we go have this. And they say, bro, I'm not playing sports anymore. That's you. I'm like, no. You're right here with me because I'm playing for you. I love football to death. I do. But I'm playing for my mother. I'm playing for like everyone around me.
Hey,
So,
I know you're locked in, and I know you don't need the interruptions, but just do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button real quick so we can build up subscribers and keep bringing you content like this.
I don't think a dream is too big. So like I had a dream of just like playing sports at the next level, and whether like I got to where I wanted to be right then and there, I went through a great process. And so like I honestly feel like if you want something in life, it's right there.
So you're coming out of high school, not one Division I offer, not one Division II offer, not even junior college offer. You got one offer to one junior college in Coffeyville, Kansas.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel? I mean, you playing against guys who getting recruited by Georgia and Alabama, SEC school, even North Alabama right here in your.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel only getting one offer to a junior college in Coffeyville, Kansas?
In high school, I honestly thought I was the best receiver in the state of Alabama. But what I learned now, everyone's journey is different. So I look back at it now and like I'm not even upset. But then I'm like, how do I only got one offer? But everybody's story is different. And if someone had to ask me like that question, hey man, like now you're at West Virginia playing football, but at high school you didn't have no offers, I'll just tell them the same thing I'm telling you now. Man, everybody's story is different.
Everybody's story. Now, even when you got to Coffeyville, you had some challenges.
Yes, sir.
You know, where you and another guy went out there together.
Yes, sir.
You had some, I could just be honest, some coaching, some issues with some of the coaching, and some of the coaching ended up having to leave, and several players kind of, I don't want to say just dropped out, but just quit and walked away. Could you share a little bit of that?
So I graduated high school. It was like May 24th, 25th-ish. And like a week later, I had to be in Coffeyville, Kansas, June 1st. And so the first day, like we're having to wake up at like 5 a.m, like to just go run. And so so everybody is there, like for a reason, but everyone's mindset is not, where it needs to be. And I've seen a lot of guys that has crazy potential, but they end up quitting just because like if it's class is too hard, or like they don't want to wake up and so.
Gotcha. So they didn't want to do. They wanted the results, but didn't want the recipe that went with it, like what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this incident where you had an opportunity to kind of probably would have been okay with snapping on a coach and doing that, but you chose something different. Could you share a little bit of that?
Yes, sir. So I ended up getting red shirted. If y'all know what that is, if you don't know what that is, red shirting at a program meaning I'm there on a scholarship, but I'm not getting any playing time. So like I just got like a year of eligibility, like to just really just work on my craft. And so, out of high school, I'm starting at Florence, and I go to college, and me thinking I was best receiver in Alabama, I go to Coffeyville,
so you realize.
Kansas. I'm like, why am I not playing? And so I ended up getting redshirted there. And so I was at practice one day, and I wasn't like just really like mad at everyone, but like I was by myself on the practice field, watching like the people that's on the roster practice. And I was
so
in my
you're
head,
having a moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm in my head about like what did they do right and why I ended up getting redshirted. And so like I was just like thinking about that, and out of nowhere, my offensive coordinator like came up to me and was like, "Hey, like I will send you back like home to Florence," and like I was confused. I'm like, "Well, what are you talking about?"
Right. But he must have saw your demeanor or something. But he just snapped.
I would say that, but honestly, I was by myself. But like I was on a knee, had my helmet right beside me.
Gotcha.
I could have been one of them players that got their helmet all the way over there.
Gotcha.
I'm pounding,
Right.
but I wasn't really pounding. Like I'm by myself and I'm just like thinking, but I really can't even tell you like why he did that.
Gotcha.
But the coach got really, really upset, I guess. And so like one situation led to another. And I probably could have like said more things that I said to him, but like I was just thinking like I got to be the bigger person in this situation.
Gotcha.
So I kind of like just let it go.
So in doing that, you had a lot of other players might have experienced the same thing and end up quitting. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So these players quit. You saying to yourself, "I got to get out of here."
Got to.
Some of the other players who wanted to get out of there and did, but you did something different. You said, "Hey, I'm gonna make sure I hit my grades. So if I transfer or when I transfer, I got everything I need." And then you leave there the same year, like by the end of that year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You leave there and you say, "Hey, I'm going to Mississippi, Pearl River." How did that happen?
Okay. My mom was thinking like JUCO is not for everybody. And my mom was like, I want to play football. Like I gotta play football because
Gotcha.
honestly, like without football, I don't know where I'll be.
Gotcha.
Like being real. So
and we're gonna work on that too, but keep talking.
when that situation happened, I was like, if I got sent home today, like what would I do? And so, and that is why like I went about the situation way differently. After that, I was on the field more.
Gotcha.
I was in the weight room more. I'm in the library more. So
you grinding at this point.
and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I want to transfer, but I really don't know how. I really don't know where to go. I don't know, but like I just want to transfer. And I prayed about it every day. And I prayed I said, if I stay here another year, it is the right thing to do.
Wow.
If I transfer, it's still the right thing to do.
Gotcha.
And so
you balancing your decision. Which one do I do?
And so I put it in the man upstairs' hands, and I ended up transferring to a school in Mississippi, like you said, Pearl River Community College.
And you start there in January of the next year, and spring game.
Oh yeah, man. Spring, I ended up starting, and like it was just up from there, and I didn't look back. And I had a good spring, game, and like the transitioning from the spring to the season.
Gotcha.
I was going to work each and every day. I'm in the
So at this point, you grinding hard in the classroom, weight room, field, and then you end up getting how many offers after your first year at Pearl River?
After me redshirting, I came to Pearl River. I played one season, and at the end of everything, probably like close to 40 Division I offers.
So you went from no offers and one JUCO, played 1 year at a junior college, and now over 40 offers. 40. So now you're trying to pick Troy and all these other schools, and you select West Virginia.
Yes, sir.
What lesson could you give somebody? Because at some point, I'm sure you felt like you had no hope and you wanted to quit. You wanted to throw in the towel. What would you say you learned from that? Because now you still got to go and put in the work.
Yes, sir.
You still got to go and show up at West Virginia. You still got to compete. What would you say you learned out of all of that?
Just like I said once before, everybody's story is different. I knew I wanted to play sports at the next level, and at the time, at a high school, I only had one offer, but just keep working.
Gotcha.
Honestly,
did you ever feel like maybe in school that maybe they didn't shop you or tell anyone about you while you were in school. I mean, I'm sure you got all these thoughts going through your head. Like, man, I'm just as good as this guy. Why nobody's coming to, did any of those thoughts go through?
Of course, man. I'm thinking like, why do I don't have anything?
Right.
Like, why?
It's the coach's fault. It's the teacher. You thinking.
Because I thought like it was my grades at first, but then on my last transcript, I had like a 3.0 GPA. So it wasn't grades. So and I really just didn't understand what it was. But I feel like life is about one opportunity.
Yeah.
And
so when you got in the right opportunity, you were able to make something happen.
Yes, sir.
That's really good. Because I'm thinking now, I knew you back when we were doing lunch with the Keys.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about lunch, because we were doing calm down, think before you act,
yes, sir.
Treat others the way you. How did that prepare you for life? Hey, I know you're locked in, and I know you don't need the interruptions, but just do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button real quick so we can build up subscribers and keep bringing you content like this. Peace.
Calm down. Think before you act. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Separate emotions from your act. Even though you were a kid when we were doing that song, sometimes those lyrics, I hear students say, man, Mr. Key, I got so tired of singing that song, man, but man, I got in a situation. I realized what those words meant. When you hear calm down, think before you act, treat others, what do you think about?
Now, it's kind of like that situation I had in Kansas where like the coach snapped on me. I go back to that, calm down. I gotta think first. And so now I look back at it. If I would have went about the situation way differently, I don't know where I'd be at right now, because I probably couldn't have got to my next college if I would have went off or I would have done anything wrong. So now I look back at it and it kind of changed my life. And it's just like small things in life like that, it'll have like an impact on your life.
That's good. What do you do when you lose the passion, but you still have to show up to work every day because you need the paycheck? You have the degree, you have the skill set to do what you're gonna do, but sometimes we need that boost, right? What do you do when the thing that you used to love, now you don't even like it anymore, right? Sometimes we need a boost. Everyone say, I need a boost. Somebody say burnout. What do you do when your passion doesn't match your paycheck? And they walk in your class, they get on your bus, they're walking down your hall, and you're saying to yourself, man, see, because what we say is what we're seeing. And if we change what we're saying, we'll see something different. Everyone say this with me. Say, I can speak life. Come on, say, I can speak life and cause things to live before they come alive. Say this with me. If your presence doesn't add value, your absence won't make a difference. How did that prepare you for life? Because you always talk about, hey, back then I didn't know what it was about, but just share a little bit about being in that program and what that program meant to you.
Yes, sir. Then I'm younger, so I'm not really taking it serious. But now I'm getting older, I'm in college, and I look back at it and I'm like I kind of needed that. And I feel like everyone needs just another push, gotcha. So now I go back and I'm like, yeah, man, I needed that. And it be small things that'll change your life.
It's funny, I had you to come back and talk to the students, and you told them the story, but you stopped in the middle and said, hey, if a coach talk to you like this, if a coach put his hands on you, if a coach does this, what will you do? And everybody was like, oh, I'm done. We're getting ready to fight. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All of them, every one of them in there. You remember
Everyone.
That? Everyone.
Everyone said that.
And then I said, okay, now tell them what and then you begin to tell them, hey, man, I didn't snap. I didn't do this. And as a result of that, now I got 40 offers when I just had one JUCO. Then they were like, oh, well, if I'd known. But just you sharing that with those students and letting them know that what they see at 13, 12, 13, 14, that at some point it's going to be relevant, even though it may appear like it's not relevant. When we connected, I guess your senior year of high school.
Yes, sir.
This whole process, this program called Strive, which the Rotary program had. Talk a little bit how that happened. Like you had to go through this process where you go through all these different people and you got to select.
Yes, sir. Kind of like a speed date. I had to write.
Yeah, speed date. It's
great. It's kind of like a speed date. I had to write down 3 names on a piece of paper. And I sat down with like more than like 20, 30 people.
Yeah, 20, 30 people.
But he just like stood out because I always want to be a motivational speaker. And from like an experience I had in middle school from a great guy, his name is Eric Thomas, and I'm sure everyone know him.
Yeah, share a little bit about what happened with Eric Thomas when he
Yes, sir.
ET.
I'm in 6th grade, and this guy came in with a hat. His name ET, and his energy was just crazy.
Yeah.
And so out of nowhere, like he like made everyone scream or something, and like he like pulled me from like it was a 5th grade and then 6th grade. So we had like probably like 500 people.
Gotcha. I remember I was in the auditorium. I mean, in the gym. It was in the gym that day on the side. Yes, sir.
And so, and he told me, he said, I love your energy. And he gave me $20. And I went home. I said, Mama, I got $20. and
5th grader, 6th grader getting $20. That was big. That was big.
And so, and mom was like, who? Like, how? Like, where? I'm saying, Mom, this guy named Eric Thomas. And he came to school and he talked to us. And man, I loved it. And I gave her that $20, and like ever since then, I told myself, I'm like, that is what I want to do. I want to go to schools and I want to talk to like people that's younger than me or older than me too. You know, like just speak and just talk, because like that like really like touched me.
And it's funny you say that because everybody had to put 3 names on the sheet, and you just put one name. You was like P. Key. And so they had to come back and say, hey, man, you got to put, 30, 40. But from that day to this day, we connected. We would meet once a week, twice a month. And then we began to shift when you went off to school. Like it didn't just stop then. Actually, we still connected now. And we talk about hope all the time. And the title of this show is called Hope Is Not Enough. But you still gotta have it. You always said, man, I'm hoping to go to the NFL one day. My dream is to speak and motivate people once I stop playing football, whenever that is. Other than hope, man, because you were hoping to be at a Division I school.
Yes, sir.
But you had to go to a junior college and another junior college. If you had to look into the camera and just talk to somebody and tell them that, yeah, you gotta hope that you can do it. But other than hope, what else would you say they need?
Dedication, grind, work ethic, staying consistent. Please stay consistent. Please stay consistent. I see a lot of people start something, but they'll fail 1 time, twice, 3 times, 4 times, maybe 100 times. Wow. But that 101 time, they finally get it. And so I've seen like a lot of people like just, quit.
So that dedication, the grind, when you fall, get back up.
Got to.
Listen, so you heard it first. Man, Triplet, when I look at you today and I think back to that little kid back then, even when you ran out to get the $20, I was over there on the side because I was with ET that day. To see you now, not just talk about it, but actually put in the work. You know how many people would have gotten discouraged and said, I only got 1 offer? Or say, hey, man, this is not working. All the people, you said somebody was quitting every day when you were at Coffeyville.
Every day.
Somebody quit.
Every day.
Didn't want to wake up to do weights, didn't want to run. Somebody quit every day, but yet you kept going.
Yes, sir.
And that's a testament to you putting in the grind. So you heard it first. I don't know who you are listening or watching. Maybe you that little kid saying, one day I want to do this or one day I want to do that. You know, when he said he wanted to be a motivational speaker, this what was funny was what connected me even more to him was when I heard him talk. Because I was telling him, I said, man, you have no clue how bad I used to stutter when I was a kid, right? Nobody knows this. They hear me speaking now, they just like, oh man, you speak. But when I was a kid, I used to struggle to get my words out. So the first time we were talking, he was like, I want you to be a mentor. And I was like, you my dude. You know, it was funny, but there was an instant connection.
Yes, sir.
And so I don't know who you are, but the grind and dedication are the things that you're gonna need to add to that hope. And regardless of how many times you fall, how many times you fail, you can get back up again and try. My name's Pete Key, man with Triplet. Check him out at West Virginia. Man, see you on the next episode.